In just a few hours, Jubilee coalition's Uhuru Kenyatta and William Ruto will get the verdict in what is arguably the last hurdle in their bid to have their names on the ballot papers and advertently seek to set them at the apex of leadership in the country. The Jubilee luminaries are to know the outcome of an integrity case lodged in the High Court challenging their eligibility to vie for office. A five-judge bench of the High Court sitting in Nairobi heard on the 6th of February 2013 the final submissions from advocates representing Kenyatta and Ruto, as well as those representing the non-governmental organizations, namely the International Center for Policy and Conflict (ICPC), the Kenya Human Rights Commission, the International Commission of Jurists (ICJ), and the Kenya Public Corruption, Ethics and Governance Watch.
That parliament has passed various acts.
On their part, the Jubilee duo, through their lawyers Evans Monari representing Kenyatta and Katwa Kigen for Ruto, argued that the court had no jurisdiction to hear the cases and the disputes on the nomination of the two as presidential candidate and running mate respectively should have first been filed before the Independent Electoral and Boundaries Commission.
The first one, the elections and the elections, would be the powers conferred exclusively to the Supreme Court by Article 165(5)(a), which places all questions of elections of presidency in the hands of the Supreme Court.
Developments in the International Criminal Court, from where the integrity matters stem from, also arose, with Kenyatta's lawyers Monari urging the court to dismiss the case since a witness, only referred to as Witness 4, had been dropped from the prosecution list.
But I say that the evidence that he gave to the International Criminal Court was false, was a fraud. If anyone charged or anyone who charges have been confirmed in an international court, bring honor and confidence in the public court. Those are the questions the petitioner is raising in this matter.
Lawyer Kibe Mugai for the National Alliance (TNA) had also argued the case should be dismissed since the petitioners had used prejudicial terms that are not recognized by election laws, including words like suitability and eligibility. He argued that suitability and eligibility should not be used to bar anyone. However, there was a quick rejoinder from the NGO advocates.
It speaks about qualifications and disqualifications for persons to contest a political office. Qualifications and disqualifications, both in the pleadings and in the submission, are not the same things as eligibility and suitability. The framers of the constitutional law would not have used all the lexicon items in the English language.
And so, in under 24 hours, the five-judge bench will make its ruling just a day after the status conferences for the suspects at the Hague-based court. The trials for Ruto and Uhuru at The Hague began on April 10th and 11th. Uhuru is charged alongside former head of public service Francis Mudhaura in the second case, while Ruto is charged in the first case with radio journalist Joshua Arap Sang. Willis Raburu, Citizen Live at 9, Nairobi.